Yeah.
Come on, children, let's have a good time. All we gotta do is get Jesus. Listen, everybody, we gotta get with one. Jesus will lead. You can count on the Lord. Thank Him because you do. Praise Him because you. Come on, let's have 'em. Come on and let's have 'em. I wonder could I say it again? Come on, children, let's have 'em. All we gotta do is get Jesus. Listen, everybody, we gotta get with one. Jesus will lead. You can count on the Lord. Thank Him because you do. Praise Him because you. Come on, let's have 'em. Come on and let's have 'em. I got one more thing I wanna tell you. Somebody here, sitting here today, who won't do nothing and ain't got nothing to say. But if I were you, I wouldn't cheat myself. If they don't wanna go, we can't wait for nobody else. Thank Him because you do. Praise Him because you. Come on, let's have 'em. Come on and let's have 'em.
That sounds really good this morning. Need that. Really need that.
Come on.
Yeah, put some of that back on.
Let's have 'em.
Is that a problem?
All we gotta do is gotta get Jesus. Listen, everybody, we gotta get with one. Jesus will lead. You can count on the Lord. Thank Him because you do. Praise Him because
Get us all set up this morning.
Come on, let's have
Happy New Year. Happy blessed
Come on and let's have
New Year to everybody.
Got one more thing I want
And Merry Christmas to a lot of us. Didn't see any of that over the holiday. Hope everybody was blessed and everything went the way you wanted it to be. Glad to have David back from Peru. He'll tell us a little bit about his trip. And our engineer today is Crystal. Y'all know who she is. I'm not meaning for her to say anything. I just mentioned her name. So that's the end of that. But I'm glad that everybody's back with me. I really am. This new year, again, some of us have been through a lot of New Years. A lot of New Years. Making all kinds of, what do you call them? Resolutions. Yeah, I don't even know what it is. I don't do that no more. Because I'm still doing the one 13 years ago. I mean, you just pile them up, right? Because you ain't did the other ones. And then you got a whole list of them, so forget that. I mean, I'm living my life. I'm on my journey. New year, old year, no year. This is it. I'm doing what I have to do. But you take time out to recognize that you were born on your birthday and that the years go by. But can't put no stock in all that other stuff. I just have to do it every day. Glad to be around my friends this morning, to be able to continue on this epic journey that we're going through right now. I'm just glad to be in this position. You need to give yourself a hand wherever you are for what you've accomplished already. I wish we had a You don't know how to do all that, so.
Well, yeah, it was already set up.
Okay, cool. Somebody clapping. But, no, it's just really good that we all together again, and as we stepping out, going in our different directions, and hopefully one day we'll all meet up at the same place. When this is all over, we'll all be together, period. But right now, we all on a different journey to meet at the same place. just going through different streets, different airlines, different cars and trains, but we're still headed for the same place. Yep. And your journey hopefully is a joyful, peaceful, fruitful, that you multiply, that you get what you want on your journey. And when you fall down, that the Lord can pick you up, brush you off, and send you back on your way. That's the way it should be. Because there's going to be ups and downs. The mountains, when I was coming here, I seen the mountains for the first time like that, where the snow was all over. It was just beautiful. All on the mountains. You could just see it from the freeway. And that was fantastic. We could see the Hollywood sign from Century. And I'd never seen that, but it's clear. And they're just thankful that we were able to see these things, because there's so many people right now in which they could see and be here. So if you're here, you need to, appreciate where you're at, because there's so many people that right now they just going through a lot of things. And you just have to be mindful and not braggadocious, but just be thankful that you're here. Well, that's my intro. So I'm going to move on into just a few of the things I want to mention. First of all, I want to know how did toxic water get in Flint, Michigan's water supply? You heard about that, Dave?
No.
Some kind of way the water went through the wrong channel, and it ended up in there drinking water. Yeah. And to me, it's not good. And so I just, how do they do that? I mean, isn't it computerized and all that kind of stuff? I mean, but it's just things that anything that you want to. Let me get you in here right and start talking about with your trip, where you went, what happened, all that kind of thing.
Well, went to Peru.
Mm-hmm.
The country of Peru. My friend has a choir, the Matsiko World Orphan Choir, and the kids come from 4 different countries: Liberia, Peru, the Philippines, and India. So we went on a service mission for Christmas, because it is, even though it's summertime in Peru, but it's still Christmas. So, it's kind of interesting to be in a city where it's blue skies and it's sunny, but you still have the Christmas trees and the nativity scene and all the festivities for Christmas going on. So we went to just a bunch of different pueblos where these kids, these former chorus members live, and future chorus members live. And it's the elevation, of course, is what everybody talks about when you talk about Peru. Lima, Peru, which is the main city, that's at sea level. But where I went to, Arequipa, 7,000 feet in the air. And then that was just the beginning. We ended up at about 12,000 feet, which is where Shafai and some of the other pueblos are. And you don't really think about it when you're up there, because it doesn't feel like you're high up in the air, but you are. Mm-hmm. And so it can take its toll. But it was just amazing. They're the people that I met were just so full of life and happy. They don't have a lot, but they are happy for what they do have. And each of these little pueblos that we went to, they all have their mayor and their city council and their citizens that are involved in keeping things going, each one. So it was really very encouraging. And the kids, they're wonderful. I do origami, which is the ancient art of Japanese paper folding. So I did that in every pueblo that we went to. And one of the things I do is I make this bird where you pull the tail and the wings move. But because I don't speak Spanish and they don't really speak English, we had a translation difficulty. But the main bird where I was the main bird is the condor, the giant condor with its 9-foot wingspan. So I just decided to call that the condor, and they could all say condor. So that's why I was making a lot of the condors and stars. But it was amazing, Leon. It was really encouraging. It just, it makes you realize there's a whole big world out there, and we kind of get stuck with what we're doing here, but...
That's fantastic, to be able to go and travel. I like to do that myself one day, go and see the world as you're seeing it, and hopefully we'll soon.
Mm-hmm.
How was the transportation?
Oh, fine. It takes 18 hours to get there, and about 18 hours to get back. So it takes a long time, but you know, that's the thing about long distance air travel. You kind of get on one plane and get off in the city, and then get on another plane, and just before you know it, you're there. And I'll tell you though, after traveling that long and finally landing on the ground and it's a nice feeling.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And it's especially a nice feeling when someone's there at the airport. Like when I got to Arequipa, one of the people that works with my friend was there at the airport, had my name on a sign. So that's kind of cool. You walk off the plane after this long trip and, you know.
Yeah, but, well, okay, now you got there on transportation. How was the transportation when you got there?
Oh, that's another story. So here in the United States and other large countries, they have multi-lane freeways. I mean, I was actually walking down Sunset Boulevard by where I live, and Sunset Boulevard by where I live has 3 lanes going east and 3 lanes going west. Well, in Arequipa, and matter of fact, in the whole region that I was in, they have 1 lane. I'm talking about the freeways now. So when you're going from one city to another, 300-400 miles away, 1 lane going that way and 1 lane going this way, shared by buses, trucks, cars, and every other means of transportation. Well, to give you an example, it took 10 hours to go essentially 300 miles by bus.
Well,
but you want to know something? Just like I said, it makes you appreciate what we have here.
I can imagine that. And they still have animal transportation?
Not really. I mean, well, the locals will still ride their horses, their burros. I saw a lot of that in the pueblos, you know.
Well,
and they got the llamas, you know, llamas. The main animal that you're going to see in Peru is the alpaca. I'm wearing an alpaca sweater. This is a baby alpaca sweater that I'm wearing. The llamas, which are, you know, with the long necks, a very regal animal. And an animal, I'll probably pronounce it wrong, vicunis. It's a kind of a little, looks a little bit like a llama. It's got the most delicate fur like in the world, and it's actually a protected animal in Peru. If you damage it, you go to jail for like 4 years. And they run wild in this particular area at a very high elevation, about 13,000 feet. And one other thing, Leon, I saw flamingos. You know what flamingos are, right? You think of them as being pink, which is usually the way they are when you see them at the zoo. But you know, they start off white or almost gray, and they turn pink by what they eat in the water and you know the food that they eat. So as they mature, they get pink. So I saw a lot of non-pink flamingos, which was kind of interesting.
You take pictures of them?
I did.
Wonderful. Yes. Maybe one day I can take a gander at the gander.
Yes, a gander at the pictures, yes.
All righty then. That's a good report. I like that report. Now, I'm going to be coming back to you if I think of some other things.
I'm here.
To see what happened over there in Peru. And the hat that you had, I recognized it.
Yeah.
So, all right. Where are we today? What are we planning on doing? There's going to be some slight changes in my programming here as the time goes on. We're going to be covering all kinds of things. All kinds of different guests will be here. I'm opening it up wide. We want to be able to get to people who normally wouldn't think they could be on there. But we want to talk about the thing we're starting, and we're starting a. What are we starting, Crystal?
The Jazz and Blues Film Festival.
Jazz and Blues Film Festival. Think about that, you know. And I just want to, right now, just talk about the film part of it, because we're pushing this one screenplay that we have.
The Joe Beck story.
Joe Beck story. You read the story, didn't you, Crystal? Can you give me your assessment on the air so everybody can hear you, what you have to say?
No.
Right now.
No.
We need that.
Well, think that's wonderful. But I don't think we're ready for that. I think that the script needs to have a script reader so we can get all of the parts, come to this studio in here and kind of do a little synopsis of the reading. But what I read, it was very interesting. I mean, it reminds me of something that you may could consider that you've seen it. If you paraphrase, a rich Jewish girl. Was she a Jewish girl? She a Jewish girl. Yeah, a rich Jewish girl comes in contact with a African American male, strong male factor in a African American community doing things, and I think it was the headline gangs and stuff, and it caught her attention. So now, one thing it reminded me of the Patty Hearst story when she got with the Symbionese Liberation Army.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it came out that it was her boyfriend, or somehow
Mm-hmm.
she had got in contact with this black guy. So that's what it reminded me of, just hearing about the story, and then seeing how she was, and she came in legitimately through your program because you were doing this family helpline to help the gangs and all this. So she was mesmerized by you being involved as you were, and hearing you on the radio and seeing you on the cover of some magazine or something.
That's right. That's right. Go ahead with your bad self.
So it becomes an intriguing thing for her, and I'm sure at that time, was that the 70s? Or was that
This was the 80s.
That was the 80s. Okay, so the Patty Hearst deal had already happened, because that was my junior high days when that happened. And that was really something that really stuck in our mind, those images of her with that gun and the bank and, the mills, all that, because that was in Inglewood, that place. That was just really quite interesting. So just to kind of have that memory, and then to look at this. Now, I don't think it got that graphic with what her
No,
and the
this
guy,
is not.
she did get with the
This is
gang member,
it's a backdrop of that kind of thing, but this is a love story.
Okay, good.
Flat
So
out,
it's a love story.
This is what this is.
The most unlikely of couples.
That's it. There you go, David. The most unlikely of people. The odd couple. That's
So
what
this
it's
was a
about.
love
It's not
story.
about all that other. See, some of these pictures come out and they want to show you the gang violence of this and that and this is not. It's not that.
So you turned it around.
No, it turned itself around.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So then you're showing that portion of it.
Yes, because that's where it ended up being.
That.
There's a child as a result of that, and a lot of things happen as a result of that union.
She and I have spoken really. This is great. See, so I didn't get to that part of it. She and I have spoken briefly through the email, and so we are planning to get together, and as they say, chop it up as to how we want to approach this project, getting a reading and getting some professional actors. Not necessarily professional actors, but those that are striving to be professional actors. And if there are any professional actors available, they can come in also and do the reading. And
Okay, well-
that gives it opportunities to be
And
seen
at
by
this-
the producers.
Right. Yeah. Well, see, that's what we want to do. We want to set this thing up.
And maybe the Watts Village Theater, that company right there in Watts, might be a place we could go. The one that does the readings and shows around Watts.
Oh, right. Exactly.
You knew the founder of it. You remember you knew one of the guys that was involved.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
He passed. Yeah.
he did.
mhm.
But so that
Yeah, I know.
that's a
That's
possibility.
true.
Because it took place in Watts, and they're in
Wow.
Watts.
Awesome.
Close to
Awesome.
it.
Well, that's great, and I think being able to use RMC as a platform to get visuals and information out, I think it's going to really build a great relationship, especially with the family helpline, what you're doing now in the community, to bring it out, even if it came out as a little snippets of a stage play, just to say the movie's coming, or we're auditioning, or something that they can see it and
we can
gravitate
do
to that.
a stage play, or we can do a trailer. We can do any number of things
Yeah.
to really get ready to start pushing this thing.
Right.
And that's what's on the docket,
Yeah.
whichever
What's on the
where we
docket.
decide.
I heard that.
See.
So then, with what we talked about, the Jazz and Blues Film Festival,
Oh, yeah.
David, I know this is the first that you're hearing about it, but we want to not just discover new writers, but we want to help spawn some creative writers and
We want to encourage those
people
that
to
are
do little
around
short film, short
and
films,
do
long
things.
films, and things like that.
and we want to add gospel to it. I decided. I'm not asking anybody.
All right now.
This is what we're going to do because we can't do any of that without that being included.
All right, praise the Lord.
None of it. So all of that. So we can cover the gambit.
Okay,
Because
the
remember
jazz,
now, we all
blues,
going-
and gospel.
Gospel.
We all going in the same direction, but on different journeys. So that's the way I look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I appreciate that, Crystal. That was very concise, to the point. And we're starting this right away. By the way, it's not like something we're going to pick up in March. It's going on now. It's been going on for a number of years already, but now we're going to pick it up and put it in high gear.
Yes, definitely. So every week, we want to invite the people that are able to cater to this project. So with Dr. Smith and Shaisha, we connected through the 24-hour event.
Mhm.
She's totally on board with helping to get a crew
That's
together
right.
to train and do some things based on what we need to do in the community. So it's very
Fantastic.
good. Very good connections are coming in there. And the young lady that I introduced you to through her cards, Gigi Pink.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
Now, she has done her couple of shows here.
Hmm.
She's an actress. She knows different actors. She knows how to reach out and connect with actors, and she's interested in getting involved in the community, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
So I gave her
Okay.
her cards. So the young ladies, I understand she had a group dancers, or clown dancers, or something. Homeboy the clown, somebody was here this past weekend on account of a show that she produced
Oh,
here in the
okay.
studio. So that may be, something of interest for the children to get involved with as well.
Well, all that's good. See, that's the ones we need to support and in turn be supported,
Mm-hmm.
because it's about us really coming from, we talk about the grassroots perspective. This is where I want to be.
Yes.
I don't never want to leave the grassroots perspective. Now we can grow, but I don't want to never lose that perspective, because that's where it is.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because that's what happens too many times. People outgrow what's going on in the community and they move on to another community and forget about this community. We need to always be mindful that this is what people are coming up through this community. Okay. Very good. So we're going to have a, what are we going to put on there? What is it? Some music?
E. Williams.
Oh, by the way, before we leave, one of the whispers passed, I see.
Yeah. Nicholas.
Nicholas, yeah.
I heard about it.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Morris was saying that he was very well.
Yeah. Yeah, he was gone.
Well,
So rest in peace, my brother. Family.
and depending
For
on
the company.
Jesus, I love and trust.
Right back.
I found out He will. I learned to lean. Never let. I wanna say it again. I learned and depend on Jesus. I learned and trust. I found out can depend on Jesus. I learned and trust the Lord. I found out.
All right, all right.
Found out all the time
Jesus.
when I was down
Saying that name.
and I couldn't get up.
Okay.
And all I had to do, y'all, is trust in Jesus.
All right.
That's all I had to do, y'all, is trust
Just
in
in
Jesus.
Jesus.
Can I tell you another thing? And I'm talking about me. You see, I remember it's been years ago. My body got fever, and then I got sick, and I went running all over town. But every doctor I went to, all the doctors let me down. But when I came back to church, I got down on my knees, and I called on Jesus, and I called on Jesus, and then Jesus stopped by and laid his hands on me. The man healed my body,
Mama.
and he whispered in my ear. He said, listen, my child. So now while you were running from here and there,
Yes, sir.
and all you had to do was just go down on your knees in prayer. Don't you know he's healed yesterday, he's healed today. Trying to tell you, he will. I learned to leave. I learned how to leave.
All right. All right, Christian. We didn't meet you. We at the Kennedy Center. Yeah. All right. That's beautiful. I love it. I need that this morning. Yeah, but you almost take me away what I was going to say. Trying to get me in another direction, which I'm already there anyway. But I didn't want to turn it into one of them, well, as I was walking down. You don't want to start that, see? Yeah, God is good. He is really, really good. And I just want to thank God for my family, my children, brothers, sisters, cousins. And we all God-fearing people. We know where our hope is, our lifeline. And I thank God for every one of my family members. Thank you, Jesus. Now, as we go along on the journey, we had the interesting times around the Thanksgiving and Christmas. Master P came into the community and donated hundreds of pounds of food to the most needy. And we'd like to thank him for what he did. And it was really appreciated from everybody that attended. Always a festive mood when he comes around. Festivities. Now, I'd like to expand on that. I'd like to do that, more of it, and get more people involved that can help. Will you help? You see, the more people that we can get to help, the less fortunate, the quicker we can resolve a lot of our problems. Because it does things for both parties. If you're helping, it'll make you feel, it's a feeling that you can't describe. And if you're getting the help you really need, that speaks for itself. So we need to think about what we could do together. And to deliver the goods, as they say, we need to begin to think about all these things. Jim Smith usually is here. He'll be back. He has the Yes organization, the Bradley Milken Center, Brenda, Lisa, and the rest. We all work in this thing together. and others that will be coming together immediately. This is not something, like I said, I don't want to put off the march. We have to start it now, and we are. David, anything you need to contribute here?
No.
Where's the center?
The what?
The Boys and Girls Club.
Oh,
What's going on?
Challengers?
Yes.
I left Challengers.
I don't mean you don't know nothing about it.
Oh, I don't. Well, I'm sure they're doing just fine.
Well, there it is. That's always. I wanted you to say it again. I knew you left, but
Yeah, I know they're doing fine.
yeah,
They're doing fine.
because you were there for what, 10 years?
10 years. Yep. Yep.
It's a long time for one spot.
It really is. Really
You know?
is. A lot of change happened in that 10 years.
But you started with me how long ago?
That would be 21 years.
Yeah,
Going on 22 years, Leon.
my.
Time goes by fast. I'm sitting here
Really
thinking,
fast,
man, that's hard to believe it's been that long.
I can still remember you when you first came. It was raining like it is now.
Mm-hmm. It sure was.
I remember that. And I say, well,
And I just think all the boys that I mentored, that I met when they were 10, now they're in their 30s, families of their own.
it's amazing, isn't
It
it?
really is. It really
And
is.
that's what I'm saying. By one person, he said all the boys, all the families, everything he met. That's just one person that went into lives and tried to make it the best he could to make it a better life for people, to show them there's another way to success. That's just one person. What if 1,000 people did that? Just pick some neighborhood random, some people that you know, and go and help them. It's just that simple. Through bad, good, indifferent. I mean, just grow with them and let them see you as being their anchor. Because that's what these young men did. And they still, to this day, David and they still have this relationship. It's amazing. But we talked about it. I am not surprised, but I'm still amazed that it happens. Because it's something that has to happen in the inner heart.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody has to make themselves available, because there's always somebody that need you. You might, families, people have problems. They have problems. And they figure nobody wants them because the people that they're around or whatever, their friends and all that turn on them, whatever. But there's somebody around you that would love to have your company and have you around. You would be a lifesaver to them. So don't fool yourself just because some entity or person, people tell you that you are worthless.
Mm-hmm.
That's not true. It's people that would love to have you around, would do anything to see and have your company. You have to just step out of your comfort zone and begin to look for that. People are there. Mm-hmm. They're searching. Just like we all are searching one way or another. If you're a human being, you're searching for something. And sometimes some of us find what we're searching for, we thought, but when we got it, that wasn't it. That you went almost a lifetime looking for that. You got it, that wasn't what you wanted. You had what you wanted all along. You already had it. And sometimes you find that out too late because you're looking and searching for the wrong motives. You have to realize that it's the only thing you do for Christ is going to stand. And I know a lot of people say that's controversial and all that kind of. I'm just saying what I believe. I'm not trying to be controversial. This is just a fact to me. Nothing controversial about it. Just the way it is. The only thing you do for Christ will last. And that's important to me, because it's a standard that you can set your life by. It's a belief. I'm not forcing my belief on anyone. Just the fact that I've experienced it, and I'll die with it. Thank you, Lord. And I'm happy with it. But I'm not trying to go against anybody else's anything. It's just what's happening with me. And I think I have a right to say it.
Mm-hmm.
So as we go and start this new year, hopefully we're starting off on the right road. Unfortunately, a lot of things we did in the past year, we have to still resolve this year. It just carries over. Some things you don't You just hope you can deal with it. If it's negative, that you can deal with it in the way it's going to help you get out of whatever it is. I'm looking forward to this thing we're getting ready to start. This thing is being started. Crystal is coming up with these things, and what to do and how we're going to do it. And the way I like about it is inclusive. It can't work unless, as many people that hear what we're putting out respond. Well, it'll be a failure. It's inclusive. We need the people to respond, to be a part of what's going on. And we need your input. We need you to, we put it out to be able to give, to say things that you feel like you can improve what we're trying to do. Right here.
Mm-hmm.
Can I make a request?
Certainly.
We would like to have transportation, like a passenger van, to go around the communities that we want to serve and introduce ourselves, let them know about the show, and leave them a flyer perhaps and a registration form so they can get involved. And we can just go to certain community centers and apartment complexes, and where there's lots of, youth and family concentration there, and leave our information, the libraries, the churches, leave our flyers so people will contact us. Could we do that, like one day, have a van waiting out there for us?
Of course.
We could do
anything we want to do is going to be successful.
I just like to make that appeal.
Well, there it is. You're appealing.
For the next couple of weeks.
Are you appealing now?
I'm appealing now. For the next, at least within 2 weeks of today, give us time to.
No, somebody, hold it. Now, if somebody want to donate the thing right now, ain't no 2 weeks to get it now.
Well, I mean, if they want to do it now, yeah.
Well, then,
Call David. Call you.
You want somebody to donate a van, or just somebody that can volunteer to drive around?
Well, yeah, which
with
one you
that
want?
they
You
own?
want clear. See, I think we're on two different levels.
Yeah, donating a van is
I
one
wanted
thing.
it for a one-time deal for us to go around and promote what we're doing. So
No.
I'm thinking of renting a van, but if you guys are
Not
talking
me.
about
I'm not talking about renting no
the van
van.
that
Somebody
you
can
have
donate
every
a
week.
van.
Okay.
Period. We need a
Yeah.
van. We don't need to rent because we got to rent it again. Then we got to rent it again. I mean, what is all this renting?
That's correct. You're right.
So why don't we get somebody to donate a van, if so we can to do our thing, what we have to
Okay,
do.
so what do we have to do? Send a draft a letter?
Well, first of all, you're doing it now. If somebody hear this, they can call and tell them they want to donate a van.
Well, we are.
Yes,
Tell them.
we just did. We need a van.
I think we have to get Jim Smith involved. I bet Jim.
Well, yeah,
Smith-
we get anybody
Yeah.
involved to hear my voice.
Yeah.
Here's the phone number, just in case you want to call. It's 323-481-4850.
It's not on the screen.
Okay, I'll say it again. 323-481-4850. Okay? If anybody want to help us with a van donation, we'll take it. Now, we want the van to have wheels, motor, and all that kind of thing. I want you to see we got a van and there's nothing there
Yeah.
but a piece of tin. No, we need a van that's in working order because we don't have the budget anyway right now. We don't need a van. We got to pay $2,000 or $3,000 to fix.
Right.
So if you got a working order van that can get us to put, so we can begin to raise and do what we have to do, raise our funds.
Right.
We really need it. We really need to get around and be able to help our cause and to do what we have to do in this community. Thank you so much. We're going to take a quick break right now, and I want to play, put this music we got. Did you pull them up? Put them
The
up.
Whispers.
We'll be right back.
Still I run.
Here we go round and round and round and back and forth, Everybody goes through it sometimes, and that's just the way it flows. So we go up and down and up and in and out the door. Even though you've been through it before. For every argument especially for you being so cool. This is for the cool. This is for the children. This is for the cool. This is for the children. Hey, hey. Looking on back on all the changes that I put you through. Any other girl in your position showed up would have been through. Thinking about how you made it easy, always there for me. Never once did you turn your back and leave. For every tear you cried, I cried 1,000 times. Never once did I want you to hurt inside. I wanna thank you, girl, for the children you, especially for you being so cool. This is for the cool. This is for the children you. Hey, this is for the cool. This is for the children. Woo. Oh, baby, oh, baby. You do better, you do.
Okay, man, that sounds so good, doesn't it? The Whispers. Man, there's so many of our people are leaving, our entertainers. Natalie Cole just left.
Yeah. Natalie Cole. Yeah.
Man.
Now that hit me because I used to sing that song, Inseparable.
You did?
That was my number one favorite song. From high school all the way. I sang it at my brother's 70th birthday party.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it was crazy. And I did it here for karaoke down in Brownstones about a week or two ago. I love that song. That's
beautiful,
yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, that's my
beautiful song.
Natalie Cole, rest in peace, my
rest
sister.
in peace.
Thank you.
Her whole
Nicholas Caldwell.
Her whole life story was inspirational, really.
Nat King Cole's daughter.
Yeah. And then what she went through as being, sometimes being kids of celebrities.
Star. Yeah.
They got their own.
Bobby Christina.
Some don't make it.
Whitney Houston's daughter.
It goes through that.
My Lord.
Because you know. But it's another journey we all got to make one day. Let it be for something. Did your life mean anything while you're here?
Well.
You think so?
Well.
Did you make any impact at all that's positive for mankind?
How about that?
Wow. Well, you can be honest with yourself, or it's going to be some accountability somewhere, sometime. That's just my belief. You're not getting away with anything. So, what we got going now? I'm gonna be on for how long after? Another 10, 15? Over? What? Tell me.
You can go about
5, 10? 5 minutes? Okay, 5 minutes in.
15 minutes.
Man, say 15. Because that's what was.
You got an hour show, 15 more minutes.
Uh-oh.
So you got to take it all the way to the
Man,
max.
it's spoken.
The manager is speaking.
You know what I'm saying? But, I was looking at I want to put my nieces back up there. I know it ain't ready. Is it ready for the promo? Yeah, because I want to put her up because I told her I was going to help her till we get this off the ground. That's a good novel that she wrote, and I want to help as much as I can. And we going on and on and on. I mean, it's something though when you can support somebody else, help them get along. Because I was supported. Bob Ezrin and that group helped me tremendously, and I really appreciate it. Not only them, others. Brian Quake Caver, back in the day, the Gray Boys, so many people that helped me for me to be sitting in this chair right here. I had to be pushed along, help guide. David Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw him last night. And he's doing very well, and proud of him, what he's doing with his life. And Rhonda and Lloyd Lucas, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you'll be shortly, this year,
To be meeting.
the whole show is going to be revolved around that couple and what they've done for this community and the young people in this community. I'm going to dedicate a show to them.
Yeah.
That's Rhonda and Lloyd Lucas. And there's others. There'll be other things we'll do, that people have done that normally wouldn't get any recognition, that is needed for people to see that most things that happen that's great comes from ordinary. I'll say it again. Most things that happen that becomes great comes from the ordinary. It's just ordinary people that do great things. They're in position and they make right choices doing great things because they have it in them. And that's what we need to recognize, David.
You're right.
It's
Everybody's possible. Everybody can help somebody. Everyone's got it within them.
we have it. But see, in our world, it's difficult at times to show that because it becomes a sign of weakness to some people. And you always have to put a front up to show that you ain't no punk. Even though you don't feel that inside, you might want to help, but we have to keep that demeanor.
Why do you think that is?
Some parts of our society demands it. That's why part of it. Some of the part is just all in your head. It's not even real. But some of it is real. You have to do certain things to be able to. And sometimes you just want to impress the opposite sex. I mean, you want to let everybody see that you tough. I don't have this kind of emotion for but really you do. Mm-hmm. And see, that's a lot of times what happens in relationships. This is my opinion. You fronting all the way down the line with this person. You're not who you are making out to be. And then when you get married and she find out who you really are, you're not the person she fell in love with. Mm-hmm. Somebody else. And see, that happens, you get in relationships because you're trying to front. You're not comfortable being in your own skin. You're not comfortable being you. So you're trying to make out and be somebody else or want people to think that you're somebody else and all that kind of thing. You better be who you are. Because that's all you got is you. Ain't nobody else. And if a person don't accept you for being you, you need to move on anyway. Can't make nobody like you, but there's a whole lot of people that would. Don't just go for the first one that like you or don't like you. That's not even important, whether they like you or not. Do you like yourself? That's the key. Did you find it? Wait, let me see this right quick. Well, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I can't hear you.
Well, okay, well,
Oh my gosh.
you'll get it. Tall, dark, and southern. That's the name of it.
It won't play.
He won't play. Wow. We can't hear it.
I can't hear a thing.
You can't hear
I
it.
didn't do it right.
I don't know. I'm not the engineer. We're going to learn. Me and David going to learn all this, though. We tired of it.
Oh my gosh. Well, I hit play, it won't play.
No, we tired of that. So we're going to learn that so we can handle this. Then we're going to pirate the radio show.
It said pirate.
Oh, no.
It won't play.
Okay, you said that 3 or 4 times. I mean, I got it.
Okay, well.
But you pushed it, since you can't get it, you give it a plug with your own mouth.
What?
Technical
You give the plug.
difficulties.
Well, it's tall, dark, and southern. And I don't have it. It's available on Amazon Books.
Yes.
Tall, dark, and southern.
Okay.
It's an ebook,
Uh-huh.
$4.95.
There you go.
So if you go to Amazon.com and just search Tall, Dark, and Southern, you can get that.
Okay, now look, we've been saying this for
And then you
months.
can support her uncle.
Months. I
Yes.
expect the next time we come on the air, somebody had that. I need to have a copy in my hand.
Okay.
No, enough's enough
All
of
right,
this.
David, remind me.
I need a copy in my hand.
Remind me.
Okay, I need it so we can start
Tall,
this.
dark, and southern.
Tall, dark, and southern. That's right. And we nice as everybody else had a copy. So we can start and say we got it at least. We're trying to get other people to get it, and they can't see us with it.
Right. That's terrible.
It's horrible. So the buck stops here on 2016.
Okay.
All right?
And I think I have ink for my printer, so I may be able to print some.
Well, do whatever you have to do, as long as it's in front of me.
Okay.
When I come in, I need to see it.
Woo-hoo.
Game's over.
The boss has spoken.
New rules in this
New rules.
collaboration. New rules. Can't play baseball with football rules.
With Bill Maher.
Well, that's what they've been doing to the brothers. They had one rules, and then when we get on and conquer that, they change the rules on us.
Real change.
Another game. Then they say, well, what's the flag for? Well, you stepped on to the left and to the right. Well, you ain't told us that. Well, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Police! See, there it is.
Security.
See what I'm saying? That's right. They get us all tied up because we get tired of it. We get hot.
That's funny.
Yeah, we get hot, man. We sick of all that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Anyway, this is to my sister Zelda. Hope you continue to get better. Appreciate you. Love you down there in Mississippi. Mississippi, eh?
Mississippi.
MISSISSIPPI.
All right. All my nieces, their family, great niece, William Doyle, the patriarch of the family. You know, he's there, taking care of things. I'm glad he's getting better. And
And your uncle?
but he's in another part of the country, in West Virginia. Uncle Jasper, how you doing, Unc?
Didn't
Aunt
you
Marie?
see? Didn't you see him recently?
I seen he came out here. Yeah, I seen him about a month ago. And then my cousin David in Illinois, another part. You know, talking around and all these people. I mean, how y'all doing? Then all my friends, you got friends everywhere. Grew up with them. Here I am talking to them. I'm talking to y'all now.
Mm-hmm.
The backyard pros. Y'all know who you are. Backyard pros. Didn't nobody want to play us because we played football with basketball rules. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Some of us anyway.
Football with
Yeah, with basketball rules.
rules. Can't
See, I played linebacker when I played football. With basketball, I played linebacker.
Traveling was allowed, I take it.
I don't care nothing about you. Just can't make no layups on me, and that's out. Oh yeah, you got to go.
Oh, he said, oh yeah.
You
Yeah,
got to
fouls
go.
and
You gotta
traveling
go.
is allowed.
That ain't that.
You just run from one end to the next, like the little kids do. Don't be. Anyway, well, God bless y'all. God bless all of us this morning. I have such a wonderful time coming here. And we want this show to mean something, not just something that you for entertainment value, which is there, I'm sure. But we need to make this be something that's beneficial to this community, to this country. That's my goal. We want it to be something so people can be not only get something from it, but to be able to participate where you are. Also, wherever you are. Because that's the only way this is going to work. If we get involved and quit leaving it to somebody else to do. If somebody else becomes us, becomes you, becomes me. That's why I'm out here right now at this age. I'm still out here plugging. It needs to be done, and I'm going to do it as long as I have the strength. Well, it's good to see my folks here today. David's back from World Travel. Glad to have him back.
Thank you. Glad to be back.
Crystal,
Really.
it look like we're becoming a force that's going to be doing some things. I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad I met you to be able to, for us to continue on in our journeys together and be something. And do what we have to do. Use our dreams and visions and put them together. Along with David, hey, there's nothing we can't do.
Nothing.
All right? All right. You have something to say before I say goodbye? Say it. Thank you very much. And I would like to say...
Say it.
You got something to say, Crystal?
No, just make sure everybody gets in touch with you.
Okay. All right.
So,
Hear about that van. I forgot about it. Van, bus, plane. whatever, train, whatever you got that we could use. We'll take it. Thank you. Okay. Bye-bye. See you next time.
See you next time.
With a brand new show.
Brand new show.
Now we're going out with the Mighty, Mighty Whispers.
You stole my heart. You are all that I anticipated. I wanted you every part, but I knew love would be complicated. I began to touch, but you wouldn't let it. It never seemed to be the right time. I started to give up, down to the limit. At me, to my surprise, you were doing this.